All right, vibes. We outside. Here with my boy Jack.
Rapper TEKASHI 6ix9ine was hanging out with a YouTuber on a Sunday when 4 men broke into his house, held his mom hostage, and ransacked the place.
I think everyone in America and everyone across the world knows that I'm on house arrest.
I take a look at what happened, what the burglars took, and the latest on the investigation.
So there it is. TEKASHI 6ix9ine house got basically home invaded. And guess what, y'all? His mom was held hostage. Welcome to the show. Let's see what Anjanette Levy has to say about this.
Welcome to Crime Fix.
So much graphics, right?
I'm Anjanette Levy. Rapper TEKASHI 6ix9ine is used to making headlines for things he's done to get in trouble with the law. But now the Palm Beach County Sheriff says it's TEKASHI 6ix9ine who's the victim of a crime. TEKASHI 6ix9ine's legal name is Daniel Hernandez. And on Sunday night, November 16th, he was hanging out with YouTuber Jack Doherty following Doherty's release from the Miami-Dade County Jail on charges of resisting arrest and misdemeanor and felony drug.
Yo, I totally forgot he got locked up. This is the YouTuber that got locked up. And I forgot what he got locked up for, but we'll get to it.
Possession.
All right, niggas know the vibes. We outside. Here with my boy Jack.
Yes, sir.
Fresh home.
Yeah, straight out of jail, baby.
Straight out of jail. Oh, your mugshot?
Yeah. And we're live on Party.
Now, Doherty and 6ix9ine, they were having a lot of fun.
Let me do this. All right, come on, let's do it. All right, so drop your pants. Oh my god. Turn around. Now squat off.
Oh, you really that? And then a bunch of addies shot out. I was like,
no. Oh, so you be goofing?
I was just kidding. Nah.
Yo, what is that, yo? What? Like, is that like a new move on TikTok? Like, what's going on? Well, why did they take their pants off and looked at each other in the eye and did a squat? What is this?
You ain't lying.
I had to give some to the homies.
You be
in the
goofing?
No,
Can you hold the gun?
Yeah.
On the stream, 6ix9ine said the stream would be his last before he would be sentenced this week for violating his federal probation.
I told my probation officer about you.
No, why?
Yeah, he was
Why
like,
put me on radar?
No, because he was like, yo, where you going? I'm going to stream with Jack Doherty.
Yeah, it's probably bad right now.
No, because I have to let him know my location. But yeah, he approved it.
Oh, lit, hell yeah. Does he know about me going to jail?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, he knows now.
What's it like when you're in jail?
Yo, is that a probation violation? He chilling with Jack Doherty, and he also just got out of jail. But we need to get to the juicy stuff.
Like, do people, everyone know you there?
So I think you're my last stream.
Really?
Yeah, because I get sentenced on Thursday.
Dang, how long do you think you'll be in jail for?
The prosecutors asked for 9 months. But the judge could go under that and over that.
Dude, I don't know if I could do 9 months. I couldn't even do a day. I couldn't even do 24 hours. I was like, please get me out of here. I paid my bond like 5 different times to see which one hits first just to get me out. Like,
rich, bro.
Well, guess what?
Word. I can't. Be honest with y'all. I can't even do 2 hours. 2 hours is enough for me, especially if I'm not into criminal activity. 2 hours is a lot for me in jail. What am I going to do? Look at the wall? I got stuff to do. I like to stay busy. I like to stay productive. There's no productiveness in jail. And plus, I like the flesh of a woman.
While this was all going on, something bad was happening at TEKASHI 6ix9ine's house in Palm Beach County. Masked men with guns broke in. Take a look.
So while he was at Jack Doherty's house doing the stream, and that is exactly what True Law and Crime just showed. There are thieves back at 6ix9ine house robbing him and holding his mom hostage. You heard him say, yo, Red? That's what the internet went crazy about. They thought it was these two guys that look a little sickly. Like, they look like they got, like, I don't know, like leukemias. I don't know. They look sick. But these two guys is called the Island Boys. Island Boys. The whole internet thought it was dumb, but what the internet didn't realize is that one of them broke their leg, and their leg is currently in a cast right now. So the Island Boys got ruled out pretty quick. But these guys is up in here with big artillery weapons. You got to remember, this is Florida. Even the nerds got big giant guns. And they're walking around like it's like if they have the same type of house. Like they're walking around just casual. Just casual. And I thought when I saw this video, I said, y'all bet it's some suburban dudes. Because the thing about social media, this whole gangsterism, this whole be a troublemaker, be a street dude, is spread to vital parts of America where it never been before. And even in good suburbs, you can walk down the street and see a kid that kind of mimicking the hip hop, urban culture, but not with class, with like a copycat. Like, yo, he trying to be bad. Like, you can't when you trying to be bad, that's the easiest way to get yourself in a prison. Look at the dog. The dog don't know what to do. The dog is like, is anybody going to give me a treat right now? Because I'm a little hungry. The dog don't know what to do. And that's the reason why. Don't get it wrong. If if a chick got these little, nice little fluffy things, I'll pet them and I'll kiss them in the lips even, just to get in her guts. But me, I can't have one for myself. If I live with somebody and they have one, fine, it's cool. But I love dogs, but I just can't have a dog that can't protect me physically. I can't do it. Dog food costs too much for you to be living for free. Oh, I saw that flash. I thought somebody got shot. Y'all saw that flash on the upper right? I thought somebody got shot. But it wasn't nobody that got shot in this incident. But I'm just saying.
That video was given to...
Look, that's the mother crying and pleading. A 60-year-old woman is crying and pleading with a man with a gun next to her that's standing like a child. Look at his legs. Look at the way he's standing. These are suburban dudes that wear slippers all day long. And that's what suburbans do. They wear slippers.
To TMZ, it's from a security camera at 6ix9ine's home. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is investigating the incident, so they're not saying a lot about it right now. But in a statement, the Sheriff's Office told us road patrol deputies were dispatched to the above address for a home invasion, robbery/burglary in progress. Upon arrival, deputies made contact with several individuals inside the residence who reported that 4 armed, masked men entered the home with hands.
It was 7? I thought it was just 6ix9ine's mom and the dog. You're telling me 7 people was in the house? Whoa, that's dangerous. Because any one of those 7, the probability of somebody doing one thing to try to get the gun is very high. It's very high. And that's why when it comes to robbery, that's why robbery is such a serious thing, because robbery could turn into murder within a blink of an eye, murder. You could have got a robbery charge 15 years, but now you damn near probably facing life because you wanted somebody else's property. Do that make sense? You want somebody else's property that you didn't put in on, and you're gonna end up taking their life, and also you probably doing life or having nightmares for the rest of your life.
Handguns. They stated that the homeowner's mother was held physically outside while the remaining suspects ran inside and ransacked the property. The suspects asked for cash and car keys. A canine track and search of the residence was conducted with negative results. Suspects possibly left in a vehicle prior to deputies' arrival. Now, this had to be really scary for TEKASHI 6ix9ine's mom, who you could see in that video. She looked like she was wearing a robe. Now, as I told you, this was all happening as the rapper was streaming.
She was wearing a robe, ma'am. She was at home in her son's mansion, enjoying the fruits of his labor, and you just have a whole bunch of wannabes that they watch these Chicago videos, they watch all this stuff all day on TV, and they think that it is nice to be sitting in slave camp for decades.
Streaming with Jack Doherty. It makes you wonder, did these burglars know TEKASHI 6ix9ine wouldn't be home and pick that time to ransack the house?
Yes, because I personally think they live around the area. It's nobody that could just go up in a gated community, right? Holds 7 people hostage. That is very hard to do. And then escape out of the gated community. That is with nobody noticing. They live there. They walk there. Something happened where these guys have a connection of somebody in the neighborhood, and they also watch what's that stream y'all always be on? Kick. They be on Kick.
And does the rapper possibly know the burglars? Does he recognize their voices? That's what I'm wondering, and I think he's wondering the same thing.
What's up? So I want to make this video to clear up all the fake news and rumors. So the world knows this. It's a fact. I'm on house arrest. I've been on house arrest. I think everyone in the...
Yo, this have to be like, is this a skit? Yo, was this like planned? Like, who? Yo, this dude has a big monitor on with green socks with a little symbol with yellow lips. Only 6ix9ine could get away with this. He has a house arrest bracelet on, Green Goblin socks, and cholatas.
America and everyone across the world knows that I'm on house arrest. Yesterday, they allowed me to leave for work. People, I guess, saw that I was on live stream with Jack Doherty. They took that opportunity to do some. Like I said, it's me, so I get it. The rules are different for me. But if it was your favorite artist, your favorite actor, and that was done, they don't get no cool points for that. My mom is 60 years old. Y'all know I'm supposed to come home. Y'all know I'm home all the time. I'm on house arrest. So y'all take the opportunity that I'm not home. Y'all see me on live stream with Jack Doherty in Miami, and y'all do that.
My question is, how are you 6ix9ine? You just said everybody knows you're on house arrest, which you know, you're telling us that everybody in the world knows that you are on house arrest. You still making money, you still flashing money, and you telling me you don't have security that stays at your house when you're out doing street, like you don't have one security. Not one. You don't have not one dog. You don't have one emergency button in the house. You don't have nothing. You got all this money. You got Bentleys. You got Ferraris. You telling me you couldn't get an IT guy to install 5 to 6 emergency buttons in the house because you are 6ix9ine and the Bloods in Brooklyn are after you?
That's whack. Get no coupon for. I don't think nobody respects that. But like I said.
He's mad, rightfully so. As I mentioned earlier, TEKASHI 6ix9ine, he's already in trouble for violating the terms of his supervised release earlier this year. In February, he was caught with cocaine and MDMA. Federal prosecutors say prison time is absolutely necessary. They call Hernandez a repeat offender, and they say he has violated the court's trust repeatedly.
I don't think that he means to violate, to be honest with you. I think that he just like to live life. I don't think he don't want to go to jail. You know, come on, man. Come on. Hernandez, he don't want to go to jail. He's not one of these dudes like, yo, I don't care. Even if he say it, he doesn't mean it. I've been watching this 6ix9ine, his grow up for so long. I seen the documentary. I was like, I remember when the video came out and he had nothing but bloods all in the background, right in Brooklyn. I was a younger kid, but I remember watching it. I was watching it. I saw him from the start, as far as, on TV. And sometimes when you watch somebody like that and you watch they come up, you get a feeling like, yo, I know him. And I feel like I know him.
Hernandez also admitted to punching a man who called him out for testifying against his own gang. This happened at a mall in Florida back in August. And he and his friend...
I thought he wasn't part of a gang anymore. I thought that was the whole point of you being on probation, bro. Why are you punching people that's snitching on your gang when you're not even supposed to be in a gang?
And both punched the man. He's admitted to that. And in case you didn't know, TEKASHI testified against members of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods as part of a plea deal he reached with federal prosecutors back in 2019. He testified in that racketeering case against the gang members. Hernandez could have gone to prison for decades, but instead the judge rewarded him for his cooperation, calling him brave, and sentenced him to only 2 years. He's kind of a lucky guy, and his luck didn't stop there. He was released earlier than that because of health concerns during COVID-19. So when he was released from custody in 2020, his 5-year term of supervised release began.
Oh, man, the way she broke that down, I didn't even think about it like that. But yeah, I mean, she got the researchers. She's right. 6ix9ine, he gets lucky, and he gets lucky. And he don't even realize how lucky he is. Imagine being part of some type of RICO charge with Bloods, and you get sentenced, but then COVID happens, an infection that only happens like once every 3 centuries or something. And now you start supervised parole, and you still can't kind of behave, 6ix9ine? Is it really that hard? Now, y'all want to know the crazy thing? 6ix9ine mom was held at hostage, but it happened before in the past. Listen to my boy.
Now, what's even crazier is apparently this isn't even the first time 6ix9ine's mom has fell victim due to the connection to her own son.
No, but I think that's what people...
Yeah.
I already got kidnapped.
Yeah.
They already tried to kidnap my mother walking the dog.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, look it up.
So what happened there?
Nothing. We still outside thugging and bugging. Niggas
Okay,
getting shot at.
wait. So your mother was walking your dog, and what happens?
And niggas try to hop out of the car.
And do what? Just grab her?
Yeah, it came out in the case. And it's public.
Okay, so what happened when they tried to grab her? This is an older
No,
woman.
my mom screamed. Like, she screamed. It was in the public. It was right under Broadway.
How did the conversation with you and your mother go after that? Because that's one thing to go through what you're going through.
That's
but
what I'm saying. Bro, this is what I'm saying. Everything's
your
going
mom.
on, and I'm still outside wilding like me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, yo. DJ Vlad is like, what? You still outside? Why? Yo, can you answer the question? Like, it's your mother, bro. It's your mother got almost kidnapped. And now your mother almost got well, she didn't almost get, she got held hostage a week ago. And you talking about you're thugging and bugging? Like, bro, who you trying to improve? You don't need to improve nobody. You are rich. You won. Whoever don't like you, all you got to do is go and buy an island and live by yourself. Who cares about people? Why are these guys trying to impress thugs? You should be trying to impress dudes in a boardroom, CEOs of major companies. You know, those guys over there, you know, they shitting on a lot of girls' heads over there in Dubai. That's who you should be trying to impress. But in trying to impress thugs is a lose-lose situation. Protect your mother.
If your mom is being targeted because you're outside wilding and then she gets targeted and you're still outside wilding, you have to take some form of responsibility, because when you become rich to a point, you have to protect those around you as much as you have to protect yourself.
Thank you. That's why when you get a certain amount of money or you get in a certain position in life, you don't really necessarily have to be rich. You keep your family silent. You keep where you live private. Everything you do should be private. You should be a man, even if you're married with 1 million kids, you should be a man that's walking around like a single man. Unless you have to hold a certain image. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, being a pastor of a church, you have to bring your family out. You got to, being a politician, you got to bring your family out. You got to bring the wife out. But if you don't have those type of careers, bro, F everybody and their family.
And obviously an older woman isn't going to carry herself in a manner that a gang member would, but she needs to understand how dangerous things are and she needs to be removed from the situation. And just so we have an understanding of what this woman looks like, this is a video of 6ix9ine gifting his mom a Lamborghini, right?
You could tell just by the way she walks, she's a real foreigner. She is a real foreigner. Your mother's a foreigner, just like my mother. She don't understand these things. These people are foreigners. I am a first generation in this country. And stop wasting your money. Your mom do not care about Ferraris. You do.
And I mean, he's got a ton of cars in the driveway. She probably doesn't even give a shit that it's a lamb. It's just the fact that her son is gifting her with something because they came from poverty. But like I said, nothing that he's done should be held against this woman. This woman shouldn't be going through anything.
This woman probably didn't drive this car since he bought it.
Because of him. This woman should not be a victim of anything. And from what I've heard, she's a God-fearing woman who goes to church every week. This isn't who should be getting targeted. And that's why a lot of people don't respect how everything played out, because it seems like a lot of other people, like, they never really...
How are you 6ix9ine and you don't live in a compound? He want to live free and happy and have bachelor spots. You can't have a bachelor spot with your mom there, bro. You can't have videos with girls dancing with their booties out, a whole bunch of Dominican chicks and Puerto Rican chicks or whatever they from. You can't have them in the garage with rainbows in the background with your mom upstairs. Your mom have to be in a different type of mansion. A whole different mansion. Like a whole mansion.
Got him, right? Aside from what happened in the gym, nothing really happened to 6ix9ine for what he did. I mean, there's even this throwback video of 6ix9ine giving his mom $1 million in cash for her birthday. And this is most likely in their old apartment. Look at her reaction. She doesn't know about the street shit, bro.
That's in the old apartment. Look at 6ix9ine. That's when he was skinny. Look, he still even got the downtown Brooklyn t-shirts on. This was 6ix9ine. He gave his mom $1 million in cash in an apartment in Brooklyn. He gave his mother $1 million in cash in an apartment in Brooklyn, New York. You gotta give credit where credit is due. But I still think that he needs to put more focus on protecting his mom and keeping his mom away from his lifestyle.
I don't even think she speaks English. She just sees her son has become a superstar And he's gifting her. He's actually doing what a son is supposed to do. In this situation, he's staying loyal to the person that stayed loyal to him throughout his entire life, and that's his mother. So like I said, his mother should never be a victim in any situation. I'm glad that she wasn't physically harmed in this situation. But we have to look at 6ix9ine, and we have to look at, I believe he's on some type of house arrest. He's on an ankle bracelet. He's allowed to move around, most likely with permission. But how did they get the drop on his addy? Now, shout out to my boy Trap Lord Ross. It just so happens Ross went to 6ix9ine's house in a lamb and recorded a whole bunch of content. Even called me while he was over. Let me
lie. This guy's got some real security, man. In the gated community, you know what I mean? Whole big gate, whole front section. A lot of beautiful houses in here too, man. Super interesting.
A gated community. A gated community. And before Trap Ross came in, he said it's a lot of security at the gate. It's a lot of security. That means that those thieves, they're from this community.
He's definitely living good. He's definitely living secure. I definitely won't want to come in here and play with him. So, yeah, man, definitely got a situation.
So
he said this not that long before 6ix9ine got home invaded. Like literally a few days later, they came and invaded his home.
What we can clearly see is he's traveling down a long ass road. He's saying he already had to go through gated security just to get into the, Florida has a ton of gated communities. You're going through a gate and then you still got like another 10, 15 minutes to drive before you're even getting to the crib you want to get to. And a lot of these neighborhoods are patrolled by police. It's not that easy to get into. So the fact that someone actually went and did this, they got some balls.
Straight. I could get me a little gated community like this someday, man. It's a vibe. All right, we're here, man. We're outside. What's happening? What's good, bro? How you doing?
It's a dirt.
He's showing them around.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. How do you go to 6ix9ine's house with a Dirk shirt on? How do you go to 6ix9ine's house with a Dirk shirt on? Did you do that on purpose, bro? Like, that's not even funny.
A lot of snaky type animals, right?
Yo, snake. I've been around snake animals, whole bunch. Cocaine. All right, so this is where I got my studio at. Look it up right now. There's nothing. This house is all cash. Bought this $2 million, like 4 or 5 mil now.
Damn, man.
Yeah, Mar-a-Lago right there.
Now, I will say this. The website, I'm not going to tell you how I found the website, but there's a website listing the crib at like 2.9, a little more than that. So it's like worth 3 mil. But 6ix9ine is literally showing him the whole house. And he's doing content from his crib. And it's not just this channel. Bubba 100X, who has almost 1 million subscribers, shout out to him. That's dope. I hope you hit that in soon. Literally dropped Living with 6ix9ine for 24 hours, where again, they're inside 6ix9ine's crib. And 6ix9ine also dropped content with Academics, who's a close friend to him. Shout out to Ac. And as you can see, the two are on this rainbow pad. He's got the car packed in the back. He's got the ankle monitor on. They got, I don't know what this is, wipes and lotion. I don't know what that's for, but
what is the wipes and lotion for? Look at the wipes and the lotion. It looked like I don't even know why do they? Are they like keeping their hands clean or cleaning the furniture? I don't know. That's kind of weird for two dudes to sit there and it's just wipes and lotion on the table. That's the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life. And rainbows everywhere. You got wipes, lotion, 6ix9ine, DJ Academics, and rainbows. Nah, this not right. This is not right. What's going on here? But to make it a serious topic, 6ix9ine literally had everybody at his crib right before he got home invaded. He had everybody at his crib right before. You see, this is the thing. Those guys probably knew where 6ix9ine was already, you know. But when you remind people, it's kind of like when you have money and everybody know you have money, but you never show the money, you never talk about the money, you'll never the chances of them thinking about you is lower. Versus if you have money, you always showing the money. You going to poor places with people with no money. You showing the money. You talking about the money. Everything you do, money, 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 money. The chances of something happening to you is almost 99%. And that's the situation that 6ix9ine winded himself and his mother and those other 6 people into a home invasion.
He's showing off the crib. So how hard would it be for someone to figure it out? Well, it's not, because he's already been exposed by TMZ after the feds raided his crib. So back in March of 2013, TMZ said TEKASHI 6ix9ine's Florida mansion was crawling with law enforcement Wednesday. Federal officers and local police raided his home, and the rapper claims they seized firearms and drugs, though he says he's done nothing wrong. It looked like they recorded this with a fucking GameCube. Okay, now it's clear. So we can see the crib. This is essentially where Trap Lord Ross was, outside in this area with the parked cars, and we can see feds everywhere. So now TMZ already exposed what his crib looked.
Yeah, that's the thing about media. When things happen to your home and you don't want nowhere to live, but I mean, you got to blame yourself, because when you do bad things, I mean, people going to report on you. People going to find out where you live, and especially if it happened at your house. You know, that's the only bad thing about being a celebrity like 6ix9ine. Yeah, I personally agree. I think 6ix9ine needs to re-strategize his whole life and make sure his mother stay protected, man. You can't have your mother in those type of environments. You can't have your mom in a bachelor's crib, where obviously it is a bachelor's crib. Look at that crib. It looks like a crib that if a girl go there, she's dropping her drawers in 2.8 seconds. He has Ferraris everywhere, Bentleys everywhere, Rolls Royces everywhere, platinum plaques all over the room. He got colors everywhere. You know, girls like colors. That's 6ix9ine smart. You know, he got the family there. He got other girls there to make the girls that's coming feel more comfortable. And he got other people there, so he could never get like, oh, nah, 6ix9ine did this to me. Like, what? Yo, his mom did. His cousin's there. Like, he keeps people in a home, which is good. But you got to get your mom out your house. You got to get your mom out your house. That is the episode of 6ix9ine and his mom getting basically home invaded, which is really not funny. I'm just laughing at, 6ix9ine, the way he's thinking. But this is a sweet old lady. You could tell she looks like my mom. She's a sweet old little lady that acts sweet. Man, keep your mom safe. And all y'all out there, keep your mom safe. Make sure your mom stay protected. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Put comments in the comment section. You know I read all of them. And check out my merch, man. I'm getting a website ready, see me all day, no joke all day, merch, hoodies, jackets, all of that. T-shirts, but on a bigger note, most importantly, y'all like and subscribe. Thank you for watching 6ix9ine and this whole situation. I hope 6ix9ine don't get much time. They probably facing 9 months. I hope he get 2 or 3. Because I think he could adjust. He could adjust. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. No, deeply disgusted.